is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Good Wednesday evening. I'm Amanda Starantino at the RTV6 studio.
And I'm Mark Mullins at my home studio as RTV6 is practicing social distancing to do our part to minimize the spread of COVID-19. First tonight at 6 o'clock, another surge in coronavirus cases and deaths in Indiana. The State Department of Health now confirms 65 COVID-19 related deaths. That is 16 more than this time yesterday. There are 406 newly confirmed cases of coronavirus, bringing the statewide total to 2,565 cases confirmed since the pandemic started. Nearly half of the confirmed coronavirus cases are in Marion County. Also, the first deaths in Hamilton County have been reported. 4 people have died there. More than 14,300 people have been tested for COVID-19 across the state.
And Justin, Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett and the Marion County Health Department have extended Marion County's stay-at-home order until May 1st. The order had been set to expire on Monday, April 6th. On top of this, the Marion County Health Department has ordered all county golf courses to close beginning on April 3rd, which is Friday. All Indy Parks programming in the month of April has also been canceled. And today, Governor Eric Holcomb gave another update on the state's response to the COVID-19 pandemic and the effort to stop the spread of the virus. And the state addressed how the COVID-19 outbreak is impacting pregnant women and their birth plans, plus the plan to expand testing to more groups. RTV6's Cameron Riddle with the very latest tonight.
Good evening. For the first time, the state of Indiana, it's changing some of its testing rules that now will allow pregnant women and other people with certain medical conditions to now get coronavirus tests if they have symptoms but don't necessarily need to stay at the hospital. Thanks to an increase in test kits coming from a number of companies, including 3,000 tests from Eli Lilly, pregnant women along with diabetics, people with high blood pressure, and other medical conditions that could put them at risk will now be able to get tested for coronavirus again if they have symptoms. In addition to expanded testing, Indiana now joins a growing list of states that now have rapid testing. 15 of those test machines will be headed to Indiana hospitals, though it has not yet been determined which hospitals will receive them. State Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Box says the increase in testing puts more power back into the hands of doctors.
We want our providers to be the ones working with patients to decide who needs to be tested. This again will allow us to test more of our high-risk individuals across the state of Indiana, ensuring that while we have these finite supplies, that we are testing our most appropriate population.
And personal protection gear continues to be in high demand. The state says they now have an entire team of people buying those supplies, including gowns, gloves, and masks, and sending them out to Indiana's hospitals. They say so far, no hospital has not been able to get what it is that they have asked for. However, both Dr. Box and the governor continue to stress that that need for supplies is constant. At the State House tonight, I'm Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
Thanks, Cameron. An Indianapolis doctor who is the first to begin drive-through testing for COVID-19 for the general public is scheduled to continue testing for the rest of the work week. Dr. Dorian Kenley is testing people in the 1400 block of East 12th Street from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. each day through Friday. The doctor has a contract with Texas-based AIT Labs to administer coronavirus screenings. Results are provided within 48 hours. Dr. Kenley charges a $100 flat fee for the drive-through exam, but he expects insurance or Medicare will cover the lab fees. But tonight we are learning the current site could hit a snag. Our Call 6 Investigates team has learned that the city's Department of Business and Neighborhood Services says the site the doctor is using is not zoned for that type of use. The city says it is currently not performing zoning violation inspections due to the pandemic. The city will let the Marion County Health Department make the final call. We are waiting for a response. And so for now, the local testing site is scheduled to be running through Friday. It's open from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. each day. The location is 1400 East 12th Street. We will let you know if that changes. In new developments, Eli Lilly has expanded its drive-through COVID-19 testing at its Indianapolis headquarters. For several days, Eli Lilly has offered free drive-through testing to healthcare workers and first responders. But today, Eli Lilly started testing people who are still going to work in what are deemed essential businesses and who have regular contact with the public. They're also testing people who are over 65 and are showing COVID-19 symptoms, or those under 65 with other underlying illnesses. You must have an appointment and a written order from your doctor before you can be tested at Lilly.
Employees at grocery stores across the state are trying to keep up with the demand as this pandemic continues. Many are looking to hire right now in order to continue serving the community. RTV6's Nicole Griffin is in Carmel tonight, finding out how a local store hiring right now is also taking steps to protect customers and employees.
Here at Market District in Carmel, there are now decals on the ground telling customers exactly where to stand when they are in line. It's an effort to promote social distancing. And at each cash register, they now have plexiglass like this to put a barrier between the customer and the employee. With gloves on their hands and now standing behind plexiglass. Employees at Market District are continuing to serve the community.
I think it's great. I'm happy to see the plexiglass there. Anything that gives us a little barrier between each other is perfect.
If we didn't have these, I wouldn't feel as, secure with everything going on.
Customers filling up carts full of groceries to feed their families during the pandemic are also taking precautions.
Have my gloves on. Wash my hands before I go in there. When they handed me the cart, they said they just cleaned off the cart.
Increasing their sanitizing efforts throughout the day is a focus for employees at Market District and Get Go.
We are taking every possible precaution to safeguard the health of team members, knowing that this is a position, or these are positions that do have personal interactions.
But in order to keep up with the demand, both Market District and Get Go need to fill hundreds of open positions.
We fall into the supermarket, pharmacy, and fuel categories, so we really need help across the board as traffic continues to increase.
As the need continues, both current and future employees are receiving bonus pay. It's a way to show them their work during the pandemic is appreciated. Working for you in Carmel, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Nicole, thank you. And an effort is underway to help protect people in jails and prisons across the state. Earlier this week, the ACLU of Indiana filed a petition with the Supreme Court asking for certain groups of people in correctional facilities to be released. Megan Sanctorum reports it's a move they say would help stop the spread of COVID-19 inside the facilities.
Leaders with the ACLU say social distancing inside of jails and prisons throughout the state is impossible, creating a dangerous environment for everyone inside.
It's very alarming that all of this is going on and basically nothing is being done about it.
That's the voice of an Indiana mother who's worried about her son's safety.
I'm scared. I'm really, really scared.
She asked not to be identified, but tells us her son is behind bars at an Indiana Department of Corrections facility for a nonviolent offense.
The prisoners have nothing to fight this virus where they are. They're all confined. They all have to go eat together. They all have to do everything together, sleep together, everything.
That's why the ACLU of Indiana is getting involved.
We're not asking that the doors be unlocked and all prisoners be removed. We're asking that existing processes be sped up to determine if there are prisoners there who can safely be removed and or who are at high risk of disease and should, for humanitarian reasons, be removed.
They're scared. All of them are really, really scared as to what's going to happen if it really starts spreading in there.
At a press conference earlier this week, state leaders said they received a copy of the petition filed by the ACLU. A spokesperson said they are taking precautions to keep people in the facilities safe, and they will continue to evaluate and adjust as needed. This mother says she just hopes her son stays healthy.
I'm scared that he's going to get it and nobody's going to be taking care of him. I'm scared that, the others as well.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
Thanks, Megan. And we reached out to the Indiana Department of Corrections spokesperson for their response to the petition and to see what specific measures have been put in place to protect those inside the facilities. We have not heard back yet, but we'll let you know when we receive a response.
It's still cool now, temperatures in the lower 50s. Let me show you where the warmth will come from, just to our west. When it arrives, coming up.
Check up at Golden Oak Lending.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Welcome back. Spring is usually a busy time of the year for this local arts scene. Theater, concerts, performances of all kinds, all shuttered for now.
For one indie organization, their main stage may be darkened, but the spirit of the show remains open and looking ahead. Our Brad Brown has more tonight.
The Indiana Repertory Theater calls one of downtown Indy's most historic buildings home. As the state ordered businesses shut down, IRT was able, at least for a moment, to go with the old adage that the show must go on.
I believe it was the 14th that we decided to move forward with having that weekend's performances of houses under 250 or less. And we were having very close to sell out performances, which was just amazing. And so I have never been so saddened, but also relieved to have under 250 people in those houses that second weekend of the run.
The final performances of Murder on the Orient Express did happen, but the governor's stay-at-home order cut IRT's season short. The curtain would still go up, though, on one final show. IRT teamed up with WFYI to film that closing night performance. You can purchase a link to watch that production online now through Friday.
And it was probably the saddest, uplifting but yet saddest closing that we've had, because you don't expect to close two months into before your season's supposed to end.
2 other plays on the schedule had to be scrapped, and much like many other arts organizations, IRT will be facing some tight times in the weeks ahead.
We're holding on to the positives right now for a institution that is closed. We are certainly still very busy closing the season and planning next season.
They are already looking forward to the 2020-21 season.
People can support us by purchasing season tickets for next year. Also, you can donate, and that donation will help us to ensure that we are keeping the lights on now, even though the theater lights are not on, but that on into the future, on into next season.
Soon, the lights will go up again, and IRT will be more than ready for showtime. Working for you, Brad Brown, RTV6.
Thank you, Brad. Well, at your house, maybe a few rays of sunshine coming through the window. We'll talk more about that in a second. I want to jump to the weekend just to show you temperatures do come up to the 60s. This is not the warmest air that we have in the forecast. 66 with a chance of showers Saturday. We dry out on Sunday. The rainfall does not look to be heavy. In most cases, 1/4 of an inch or less. Central Indiana could be a few spots to the north that see a little more than that, but not the flooding rains that we had last weekend. There's the gray of the cloud cover with a few breaks around, especially in northwest portions of the state. Clear skies will gradually win out. We may have a little patchy fog in the morning as a result of that. We're out in Putnam County, and you see the breaks in the cloud cover, which I think will pick up pace toward clearing tonight. 49 in Marion. Anderson, you're at 49 as well. Temperatures a little warmer in Clinton County at 54. Down to Bedford and Bloomington, lower 50s there. Through the evening hours, slow but steady progress as far as cooling. 47 at 10. We'll be in the 30s tomorrow morning. Some patchy fog potential. Where we don't have any fog, we should get right to it. Some sunshine through the morning hours into the afternoon. Temperature warms to 60 in the metro area. You'll struggle to hit the mark from Lafayette to Richmond North. Then south of Indy, temperatures in the low 60s. There's your Friday high of 64, and we're still dry. Rain around as we get to Saturday. Scattered showers, 66. I talked about Sunday drying out. There's the temperature highlight of the forecast. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, low to mid 70s, but a daily chance for showers.
It's a nice change. Thanks, Kevin. Call it a run for relief. COVID-19 has hit close to home for the Grace College men's soccer team, a team that's giving back right here in Indiana and beyond, giving grace. Dave First with the Sports Extra Spotlight.
Good luck in keeping pace with the Grace College men's soccer team. The Lancers are on the run for the next 48 straight hours, and it's all for COVID-19 relief.
How did all this come about? How quickly did this come about?
Last Wednesday, I was out on a run, and I called one of my assistant coaches. I was thinking about one of our players from Italy, Ivan, his grandpa had passed away, and sadly his grandma passed away yesterday as well. The same couple.
Wow.
We just found that out yesterday, and I was just thinking about him a lot on my run, and I thought, man, there's got to be something we can do for him. And I thought, wow, there's probably something we can do for more people.
Ivan is Ivan Santagiuliano, senior defenseman for the Lancers, third on the team in scoring last fall, whose hometown is Viadana, Italy.
It's easy to be a good team and a strong-looking family when things are going well, but we want to be at our best when it's tough.
And so it begins, running in shifts for 48 straight hours with the hopes of receiving donations to distribute to both local and international relief efforts.
Some of us enjoy running more than others, but I mean, when Coach brought up the idea of a 48-hour run, even the guys that are known to not enjoy running, they were all in.
And it's happening in shifts literally around the world. There are 15 foreign-born players on the Grace College roster, with some back in their home countries.
What really helped was we have the guys overseas, so we can kind of give them the bad hours Eastern Standard Time.
So it pays off to have an international team in this case.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. They're finally pulling their weight, these guys.
Like any group, Grace is more than a team. It's a family, and there's no better time for that than now.
Obviously, by my funny accent, I'm not from the U.S., so whether these guys like it or not, they're part of my family. And what makes our team special is we have foreigners from all over the world. I mean, this thing that we're doing is going to start in Winona Lake, the place that brought us all together, and it's literally going to travel all around the world. Their entire journey is being told on their Instagram page at Grace_soccer. Day first, RTV6 Sports.
Biggest change tomorrow, more consistent sunshine. Temperatures move from the 30s to 60 for the high.
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Join us again for the news at 7. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.